Flyover State of film was shot in front of a live studio audience. What's going on, everybody? This is the episode 61 of Flyover State of Film, and boy,
we're getting closer to that number. We're gonna retire at that number.
I'm not retiring.
Shut it down. We did it.
You leave the number. Let's leave it to the fans, Steph and Ryan, to figure out the number.
Hey,
here with the boys.
Because of the movie today, we're gonna have two new listeners. I was told.
John Leguizamo and Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones has been in jail so long he doesn't know what a podcast is.
I love the idea that John Leguizamo, the only movie he watches stuff about is The Pest. He doesn't care about the rest of his body of work at all.
Is somebody talking about The Pest?
God damn it! As usual with the boys, Joe, Brian, Youssef. Episode 61, guys. We got through 4 years of a decrepit white guy. And now we got 4 more years of a semi-better decrepit white guy. What are we doing? Let's go.
Yeah.
This is Flyover State of Politics.
Yeah, no.
Look out. Look out. It feels good. I'm not going to lie. It feels there's slight relief, It's a good feeling.
Honestly, though, we're still waiting for things to triple in through for Maricopa County in Arizona. And it's looking pretty good.
Let's get out my big map, guys. I wanted to take a look at the states that have turned blue here.
In the red room of everything.
Damn right.
All right, boys. I mean, it's been 4 fucking nightmarish years.
1 week.
Fuck. God damn it. But I was thinking that closing time.
This episode is off to a great start. We're definitely going to stay on the rails, on topic. No sweat.
Honestly, though, to jump off at TJ's before we get into our topics, how's just everyone been? Watch anything good recently?
Hijacking my shit, dude.
I am, man.
Joe said.
I was saying, plus, if we talk about what I watched recently, it'll ruin the mini topic answer that I have. So no, we can't do that.
Fine, man. Fine.
All right. So our mini topic is.
And you said you haven't watched a movie in a week. What are you even talking about?
I like to have fun.
So we wanted to address the election, like TJ's been doing this entire time. But since nobody actually gives a fuck about our movie opinions, and our political opinions, so how about we mix them? And say what movie characters do you think are currently upset that Trump lost the election allegedly? Brian, go ahead.
Okay.
No, Brian, I'm taking over.
I didn't. And you know what? I didn't even do a movie, guys. I did a TV show because I've been rewatching The Sopranos. Really, the answer is any character on The Sopranos. I'm specifically thinking about Tony. You know what I mean? We know Tony, unfortunately, would have supported Trump. He's going to look for those. He's going to want those tax breaks. Also, open criminality. That's just going to appeal to him. So,
well, man, you know what?
Loves Atlantic City.
I get Tony and all those guys, and he's racist. I get all those guys.
I rewatched the Christopher Columbus episode. You guys remember how hot they got about Christopher Columbus?
As with family. Hey, guys,
and all the wives probably clapped when Trump said I'm protecting the silver mom with from the low income rat. And they're like, yeah.
With family from that area, I could and a mother from that area, I 100% will tell you the Christopher Columbus conversations are 100% authentic and appealing to them. There's those Italians
in this house. Christopher Columbus is a hero.
Guys, it's not a joke. But listen, if you don't fucking think Carmela is sitting there going, yeah, Tone, I don't know. I mean, he's a little bit of a chauvinist, but he's right about that Columbus. That is
style. And you know, really got me going.
Carmela's big on the border wall. Carmela's like super big on the border wall.
Yeah, she
keep them out.
And you know. I mean, who I was for Halloween, Paulie Walnuts, is just like, hey, Tone, I need to watch these debates because we need to know. I mean, it's how I get my programs.
I always loved that he was super pissed.
This Don guy's kind of onto something.
I always loved that he was super pissed that Italians didn't capitalize on like Starbucks and all that stuff.
Cappuccino.
Shit.
Yeah, this is our shit. TJ, who'd you pick?
Oh,
that's this one pick, by the way.
When we originally pitched this, it was supposed to be like a character you loved that you know is probably upset about Trump, and I'm gonna go
Tony Soprano. I love him.
Well, I love Tony Soprano. I was gonna say, like,
I'm gonna lean a little bit into the holidays right now. It hurts me. I think he's a great movie dad. He bought his son a gun. He thinks he knows Italian. I'm pretty sure. That's Illinois. Yeah, he's from Illinois. So I'm pretty sure Ralphie's dad from A Christmas Story would be very, very
his
upset.
credit is the old man. I don't think you ever hear his name.
So you don't have to think about that one.
Played by the best Darren McGavin. He rules.
Yep.
100%.
And even like with him and Billy Madison, I'm pretty sure he would probably be upset too. He plays a bunch of characters I think would be upset with Trump losing because he wouldn't benefit.
In the old man, that ruined his Christmas that year.
Oh, it would absolutely ruin his Christmas, man. Because I don't know. I mean, Illinois is a blue state. There's something about Indiana, I think they might be in.
Yeah, but it was filmed in Ohio, red state energy.
Ohio's rough. Ohio is a rough one. We all know how many Trump flags are flying around there. So yeah, he falls in every category right now of just being like, if Ralphie brought home, a woman that wasn't a blonde white girl, be very upset.
Like, I picture, even if she was Catholic, he would have a problem with it. You know what I mean? He's like, she's got to be white.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Clean white.
What do you mean she has brown eyes?
Right.
Yeah.
Or as my grandfather so thoughtfully put it when he met my wife, what is she?
Joe, what did you pick?
All right, I think we're going on this old man theme because I just wrote the old men from Grumpy Old Men.
Walter Matthau
and Jack Lemmon. I don't even know their names, but they're definitely grumpy about this. That brings me to the funniest thing to happen to me on the Saturday that Joe Biden was called the president. So we're in my town and we're starting it. We literally had just cracked champagne to celebrate because we're like, oh, it's fun, it's beautiful weather. And we're at our friend's apartment building, and our friend's apartment building is run by like a lot of old people. Like it's just a lot of old people live in this building. And we hear a pots and pans parade. So like, oh, let's run downstairs. And we run downstairs to go like watch on Main Street. And we have like our champagne in our hand and we're going, woo, yeah. And the parade was probably done by like 18-year-olds. But whatever. And there was these two old ladies sitting on the bench. And one just goes, what's that all about? Like real grumpy. And we're like, oh, Joe Biden's the new president. And she just goes, without missing a beat, oh, fuck him. It was honestly, like, it was the funniest shit ever. And what made it even funnier is the woman that was sitting next to her goes, "Hey," and hit her. I voted for him.
Nice.
And then you heard them kind of like bicker, and it was just it was so fucking.
They got
funny.
into it amongst themselves. Then
that I feel like.
But that was
Walter Matthau is definitely a Biden guy, and Jack Lemmon's a Trump guy. Like that's how it would be.
I think reverse. Jack Lemmon's like sweet. You know, he's kind of hip. I feel like Walter Matthau, like
I don't want to think about that, Mr. Wilson that way.
Yeah, but like this is the grumpy old man character.
Mr. Wilson definitely Trump lover. He loves Trump. I
feel like every Walter Matthau character is like, two men together. Where's their wives?
Yeah.
Right.
God damn it.
Like, I feel like Jack Lemmon's probably like, I'm hip. I had a gay coworker once.
Never mind. Like, go before I say a bad joke. Go.
So I'm the last one. And I don't know, I kind of jumped back and forth with a bunch of characters, but then I realized, I shouldn't pigeonhole Trump supporters into one, because like a shit ton of millions and millions of people voted for him, even if we don't want to admit that. So I picked an array.
Dom Toretto, he voted Trump.
Yeah, 100%. With the Corona in hand, he's like, coronavirus is not real, and he starts drinking the Corona. So I picked an array of characters that I know fit into different molds, and that is Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
100%.
A pro golfer out of his time, endorsing him. You know who I'm talking about. Joe Dirt from Joe Dirt. Those hillbilly.
I don't know, man. I would disagree with that one.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, think about this way.
He's about to pull some obscure shit from the straight-to-DVD Joe Dirt sequel.
I want to hear your fucking reasoning.
Well, Kid Rock was his nemesis. We all know where Kid Rock stands.
Okay, but he was the villain.
Okay, which is Trump. I mean, Joe Dirt is from down south. I feel like he would try to pull a state blue.
His best friend.
I don't know, man. There's something about him. His
best friend is a Native American.
Exactly. So
and it's like my black friend type of deal.
Got my black friend.
It's not like okay.
Really, because he has one Native American friend, he can't be.
Now the love interest.
The whiteness in here is too much.
Hey guys, the love interest in Joe Dirt. She's definitely a Q woman.
Is Jerry?
She's a QAnon.
The next one, Jerry Lutgard from Fargo.
Is that
no, see, I go the other way. I think this is where you're wrong. I think Jerry's like a hardcore. He's I'd have voted for Obama a third time Democrat. He's that guy.
Women now, we're just
saying that guy. What?
We've been doing all men. Where's the women at?
Women can't vote, TJ.
My last one is
you said characters, and there's no female characters in movies.
No, there's no characters.
All right, fine. Captain Marvel voted for Trump and is trying to convince the Avengers that they need the blood of the children to appease their satanic god.
I'll tell you what, right over Joe's shoulder, Ellen Brody definitely, voted for Trump for sure. Living out on Amity Island. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah, I want to go the mom from A Christmas Story because I'm pretty sure she's scared of her husband. So that's it.
Let's go. This is fun.
What's so we're gonna go with the next topic. Brian, what was the topic?
Oh, we're gonna jump right to me, huh?
Barbecue your freedom.
Because we watched The Pest, and I remember just like viscerally disliking John Leguizamo for such a long time, and then I saw him in John Wick, and I was like, hey, maybe this guy's okay. Maybe it's not so bad. So it made me think of my question, which was, is there an actor that you hated who, then like turned you around with a performance? Now, I also should preface this with saying, like, honestly, viscerally, I don't really hate any actors. There's like some actors I just don't care about, and it's like unless the movie looks really worthwhile, I'm not gonna they're not gonna draw me in, that kind of thing. So, But for the sake of brevity and making the question sound interesting, who are the actors that you hate? The top 10 actors you hate in their best roles that turned you around on them, or whatever.
Number 1,
Miley Cyrus. What?
She been in a movie.
Lady Gaga.
That's what all the lists say. They just say people hate Paris Hilton. They're written from.
I don't care who goes first. Do you guys care who goes first? I never even think about it.
No, I'll go first. So.
Oh, I wanted to go first.
All right, go first, man.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead, TJ.
What?
Beers, barbecue, and freedom. Go first.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Yusuf.
Oh, it was a joke, but yeah. So I picked Dave Bautista.
Ooh.
I legit never cared for him in the WWE. I used to make fun of his belly button sun tattoo.
Well, that's justified.
I have it on my arm.
You could still do that, actually.
No, he covered it up. He has a cover up now.
Yeah, but it still looks weird.
No, it looks horrible. He never acted good.
Guys.
Like he was a very bad actor in the WWE. The small roles that he got, he's legit he was just like, oh, the big muscle dude. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came around, and that fucking dude turned a switch,
He played.
What?
Oh, the joke's ruined. I'm sorry. And then he played Mr. Jenks and James Bond, and we all fell in love.
Yeah, Spectre. He did Spectre and Blade Runner.
He's actually legitimately great in Blade Runner.
But dude, that Guardians of the Galaxy performance,
he's tremendous.
It surprised the fuck out of me because I legit had only bad opinions about his acting capabilities, and I was like, oh, he's just riding the wave of The Rock. Now every single fucking wrestler can get a job in Hollywood because they want another Rock. They're trying to find The Rock, but that fucking asshole as a comedian was a surprise to me, and he had a great personality. It's fun.
You know who has not as impressive or as memorable, but they're trying to force John Cena down us, I think, in movies right now with
they've been doing that though.
He works. But I think he works in this isn't my pick, by the way, but he works in when he showed up in Blockers and in Sisters in his comedic.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a lot like Dave Bautista. Like for some reason, people like Dave Bautista and John Cena work in those movies, but not the action movies they try to put them in, even though they're muscular. Like I don't want to watch what was that movie with him and Kumail Nanjiani?
Stuber.
That movie sucked ass.
No, I'm saying to Yusuf's credit,
I did not want to see that.
I think even in Blade Runner 2049, it was just you could have just had it. What's that?
Intimidating.
Yeah, but he wasn't. There was not he was in a fucking jumpsuit and he had glasses. You knew he was a big guy, but there's nothing to him where you were Rock. Where
well, he plays it really. He's real kind of soft spoken in that one too.
And then then when he gets into it, he throws a dude through a fucking wall, and you're like, that's fucking sick. But
it's not
even in things like My Spy, I've only seen small bits and pieces of it. But
My Spy is good.
Yeah, he has the Rock softness, but without having to really force the Rock physique, if that makes any fucking sense, on film.
Yeah.
He's
Rock.
It's just
the
one of those
Rock
things.
has Schwarzenegger syndrome.
Yeah,
it's you're fucking running around for Jingle All the Way as this all-American dad, and you look like you do a lot of steroids, but you're a mattress salesman. That's the Rock's problem.
Yeah. Joe, what did you pick?
I feel like I answered this question a little differently because I still don't like this person, but I named 2 movies of his I absolutely love, and it's Sean Penn.
Oh,
Sean Penn shows up, and that's a popular kind of one for this type of answer, but Sean Penn shows up in a movie, and I generally am like, oh, couldn't someone else do it? Except, and the 2 answers that are different are obviously, except for the obvious one, is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Spicoli. I think that's a given, but I don't mind Sean Penn in The Game.
Oh yeah.
Again, that's just the Game's just a really good movie, and he's got a small part.
I can't wait to hear his thoughts on when they're going through his movies. I can't wait to see what he thinks of the game. But go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Like Variety when they do that thing where they discuss all their roles.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Patreon. Go ahead.
So anyway, that's just like it's that, and he has to play like smarmy, but I'm also at the same time of like, oh, I get you as Michael Douglas's brother, and that was just my pick. Like, because other than that, I'm like,
and you really doubt his intentions. Like,
no, he's a prick.
He plays it like very subtle, and it's a good performance.
But I'm just trying to even like fight my brain to think of like a Sean Penn that film that's not Spicoli that I've actually seen. I've seen like
Mystic River, State of Grace,
like Mystic River. I Am Sam.
Milk.
No. Nope.
Yeah, like he's a good actor.
Why even saying that? You know, she didn't watch those movies.
Dude, yeah, dude.
Sean Penn.
Wait.
Brian,
what's the one?
A little credit. Relax.
What's the one?
No, come on. Be honest.
What's the one that he did after Taken with all the old actors they have a Taken?
I could see the cover because he got like
Gunman. Was it the Gunman?
Yeah,
I think it was
something like that.
That movie sucked ass.
And it was just advertised as, "Look at jacked old Sean Penn."
Yeah, like Sean Penn went to the gym.
I know he dated Madonna. So what's up?
And then he beat her.
Fuck.
It's not an inspired.
He's a great guy.
It's a great love story, guys.
TJ, tell us about your inspired choice.
It's really hard to follow that one.
Yes.
I've actually like rewatched this movie recently. I was talking about it a little bit on Twitter. It's not that I don't like this guy. I just feel like if I ever met him in like a party or anything, or like, because if I was in LA, once I get big, I'll be in a party. If I ran into him, I don't know if I like him, but like Jonah Hill, to me, plays basically the same shit in every role. Even in something like Wolf of Wall Street, it's a comedic force where it's just like dick balls, asshole.
I feel like he has the same energy as a Will Ferrell. Like Will Ferrell is the same comedic vibe in every single role. But yeah, I get what you mean.
But it's like one of those things where like you see in like moments of fucking God damn it! Now the movie's just slipped off the tip of my tongue with him, Michael Cera in high school.
Super bad.
Where it's like he can do dramatic stuff and like little moments like that. But like watching Moneyball and like seeing him like play off Brad Pitt and play off the other actors in the game and the role, Philip Seymour Hoffman at the same time. Like there was something about that role. I don't know what it was. Like not that I hate the guy or won't watch things.
Nah, he's punchable.
I think he's talented.
Maybe he should have stayed fat. Is that what you're trying to say? You don't like him skinny?
I always prefer people stay fat, personally.
Yeah, like I mean,
I like
he hit
if you get famous, if you're fat and you get famous while you're fat, you've made a social contract with the people that like I feel this way about Wayne Knight. I'm like, I know you had to do what you thought was right for your health, but you deserve to not be in things as much because we fell in love with you as Newman.
Yeah,
and now you're not Newman anymore.
So like, I mean, I love Jonah Hill and Accept It, where he was just like,
I like the Jump Street movies.
No, but Jonah Hill in Moneyball. Actually, Jonah Hill in Moneyball, I think that's his heaviest.
That's his heaviest.
Maybe his acting.
I think Grandma's Boy, is the heaviest.
Yes. I sucked movies. Yeah, he's 13 hours.
He was huge in Grandma's Boy.
Get him to the degree he was pretty big.
His cameo in 40-Year-Old Virgin. I was saying his cameo in 40-Year-Old Virgin as like young Jonah Hill just holding the two fish shoes is still pretty funny.
But it's like seeing that and then like you realize like watch him do interviews for mid-90s, which is a very mediocre fucking movie, but like he's like bro, dude, sick, this.
He's very full of himself.
I'm just like, I get it, but at the same time
he's definitely bought into his own hype to some extent.
Yeah, and then like the chain wall, I don't know, something about it. But I think Moneyball for me is when I was like, I like the guy as an actor if he fucking dives deep.
I have a Jonah Hill comment.
Are you gonna die on that hill?
Yeah, I'm gonna die on this. I think his funniest role, which plays into us all hating Jonah Hill, is in This Is the End, when he's playing a douchebag and he's like, "Dear God, it's me, America's sweetheart, J-Bone, Jonah Hill." Like
all his stuff with Jay Baruchel and that is so funny. I just rewatched that pretty recently, and
he's hilarious.
Yeah, weed is tight.
Yeah.
You got the best references, bro.
So, but TJ, I get the pick though. I totally get that pick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, so segue.
Oh, nobody wants to hear my answer, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought John Leguizamo was your answer. Go ahead, baby.
No. I mean, John Leguizamo was like the inspiration for the question.
Yeah, I have another answer too. Then.
John Leguizamo is the inspiration for all these questions.
Well, why don't you let me have one answer before you give another one? How would that be? Do you think is that reasonable?
Ben Affleck.
My memos app turned off. I've been waiting so long. All right. So Tom Cruise is somebody that I just never gave a shit about. Just like most of his movies don't do anything for me. But I really like Valkyrie, the one where he plays the Nazi. I was like, man, this is a pretty good movie. And then I was I like The Last Samurai.
He's not playing a Nazi. He's playing a guy as a Nazi that wants to get out of being a Nazi, though.
He's still a Nazi.
Semantics. He's still a Nazi.
Just because he wants to kill Hitler doesn't mean he's not a Nazi. He's still a Nazi. I like The Last Samurai.
Excellent.
I don't like. I don't think. Maybe I just don't understand the concept of what people think a white savior movie is. I don't want to get controversial here because I am a white man.
Do it.
But like this movie and Dances with Wolves are two that I always get brought up, and I like both of them. And it's like, so he doesn't really say, he like learns their way of life and is like interested, and like actually the character usually ends up becoming a better person because of the native people that he lives with. I just don't I don't know I'm confused. Is it bad?
Oh man. So I remember my friend who's a history teacher talking about The Last Samurai, and he was saying that's actually one of the more historically accurate movie portrayals on screen, because that's just actually about an actual guy who did that, and that's probably why it's not in that white savior category when you actually watch the movie.
People dismissed it immediately as soon as it was called The Last Samurai and it had Tom Cruise in it. They were just like, nope, the joke wrote itself and I'm done.
It did, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's good. I used to love it. The first time he like legit fights with the sword, badass. And then you hear that? Did you hear how he trained for that movie? He time traveled back to when samurais actually existed and trained for.
He always puts in the extra effort. He really always.
I don't like. I like Tom Cruise. Can't lie. I only get annoyed with him. Not annoyed is when he does things like, I'm a dad. He can't play a dad. Like in
he's not believable as somebody's dad.
He's not believable as a human being.
Like I didn't watch any Tom Cruise movies. Risky Business was tight. What's the other one?
TJ likes All the Right Moves because his girlfriend Leah Thompson's in it.
Days of Thunder is cool.
Cocktails.
What's that Air Force movie? That's cool too, I guess.
Top Gun. It's actually Navy.
Interview with the Vampire.
What do you mean?
Segue.
Interview with the Vampire is tight.
So, Interview with the Vampire is not really a cartoon, but once again, inspired by the Pest. My topic comes from what I asked the guys. There's a lot of movies out there that are basically live action cartoons. So I want to start with Brian. What is a movie that you found that is like just watching a live action cartoon? It's not based in reality. They do goofy ass shit like The Pest. That you enjoy.
What do you mean it's not based in reality? Don't you do that?
What do you mean? That's what the question fucking means.
I just mean Pest is a real movie, all right, dude?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
We'll have plenty of time to discuss the Pest and what goes on in the Pest.
Our shortest episode ever.
I came up with 2. I'm gonna say 2. I like to break my own rules. I only said 1 the last time, so I'm gonna take the time to say 2 this time. First one that came to my mind was Mystery Men. I mean, I know it's a comic book movie, but like it's also kind of a like silly world too. You know, it's a little bit of a. But I think the one that really jumps out is Kung Fu Hustle. Anybody a fan of Kung Fu Hustle? That guy, he made the Shaolin Soccer movies, and he always has those like wild, over the top, like special effects. But literally, like there's stuff in Kung Fu Hustle like people running down the street, like shooting up clouds of smoke, and their legs are just like a circle, a blur of there's some really ridiculous stuff in Kung Fu Hustle, but it's a lot of fun.
The guy that turns into a frog, and
yeah. Everybody's got like a power. Everybody like reveals a power, like
that dude. That woman with the cigarette is straight up a cartoon. That's
like that's not like, if I'm wrong here, that's not like the same kind of concept as Kung Pao.
No,
it's different.
Kung Pao is more of like they took an old kung fu movie and they taped a white guy.
It doesn't hold up.
Actually, Kung Pao's pretty funny too.
Which one? Yeah. Which one has him fighting a cow?
That's Kung Pao.
Yeah, that's Kung Pao.
TJ, what's your pick?
Red shirt.
Oh, okay.
Very powerful. Black shirt.
Wait, didn't you have a second pick?
I said them both. I said Street Man and Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, I fell asleep during the Kung Fu Hustle one. My pick was gonna be a tease that I did was gonna do for the next movie, if we make it to that. But there was a movie before this, which I guess you could think could be fall in the same category, but this one really takes it to the next tier. Big Top Pee-wee. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it.
Oh yeah,
Chris Christopherson, Pee-wee Herman. That's
probably Big Adventure. I think would be on that too, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like that was the first one I was alluding to, where it was like that could land in there, but this one like really kind of just like goes off. Where like, why is Pee-wee on a fucking farm? He's making hot dogs of trees. He's making mini hot dog trees. It's just like he has a talking pig. It's like, what's going on at that point? And then like
Pee-wee Herman makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
You don't have to.
It's a weird character for sure.
Oh yeah. But like, it just kind of like goes all out of balance with this one, where it's like circus.
Oh yeah, so over the top.
There's a bearded lady. There's the seal boy or lion boy or dog boy, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. There's a bunch of brothers that end up tag teaming Pee-wee's fucking girlfriend because she gets married to all fucking 4 of them. And then he falls in love with Chris Christopherson's daughter, who for some reason is foreign, even though he's not. But he's married to a little person. Like a little person that's supposed to be like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids person. This fucking movie's insane. If you haven't seen Big Top Pee-wee, do it. Who's
100%. She should have picked that fucking movie. My pick, I'm going to leave Joe for last. My pick is Crank 2. High voltage.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's a cartoon of a movie.
That's 100% a cartoon. The dude falls from a helicopter, survives, has a battered artificial heart placed into him that he charges through sex, drugs, getting hit. Yeah, it's and there's a beheaded head. In the end, they show a beheaded head that's kept alive because he wants to watch him die. Like it's a wild fucking.
Doesn't Pedro come back as like a twin in that movie? The Napoleon Dynamite Pedro actor.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, I thought they bring him back as a twin. I'm pretty sure he dies in the first one.
There's probably a good chance if it's supposed to be in this category.
Any movie with Bai Ling in it, what's her Bai Ling?
Yeah.
Is fucking insane.
Yeah. I hope they make a third one because I love like they've just embraced that absurd nature of their fucking movies.
What's the directors of that are still working.
Yeah, they are.
They just made that Mom and Dad.
That was fun. I watched it the other day on Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, they made Mom and Dad?
I believe so. I
believe
they made Mom
Nick Cage and Selma Blair.
Yeah. I gotta fact check myself. Well, it's a concept that's awesome. That I think is broken down
What's
by
the age difference between Nick Cage and Selma Blair, right? It's got to be like 15 or 20 years, right?
I want to say 15 years.
Yeah. I'm glad to see her is back. She's back. Joe, what was your pick?
They did not make that movie. Oh no, they did. Brian Taylor. Anyway, my pick. So I have a few want to rattle off just to kind of. This is a fun topic, but my number one pick is UHF.
Yeah.
Weird Al's UHF about him running a TV station and his obscure fantasies of pop culture at the time. That movie is fucking wacky and
hot take. The Rambo bit in UHF is better than Hot Shots Part 2.
That's what I was going to lead to. The Rambo. The Rambo take. The fucking Spatula City, like
Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all.
What's that racist's name? Kramer's whole subplot with his mop. That shit's just a cartoon.
That racist. Who's that racist?
Only 8 years, really. So yeah, UHF is one. Another one, which I think is a given, which is definitely something that is just a poor man, a rich man's Pest. The Mask.
Yes.
But that's kind of the point of The Mask too. Like,
it is
specifically about being a cartoon in the real world. That's like saying Roger Rabbit. You know, like
I guess.
Fuck you, Joe.
All right, man. Well,
I'm just saying your pick sucks. Is all I'm saying.
It's fine, but UHF is what I wrote down. So, and if you haven't seen UHF, I highly recommend people watch it because it's still a ton of fun.
When people say UHF, I always think that Jeremy Piven movie.
PCU. PCU also a ton of fun.
I bet that movie doesn't hold up well at all.
Oh, it can't hold up. You mean Jon Favreau as a stoner who
the whole point of George Clinton. The whole point of the movie is mocking PC culture, and it's not like, you know, I mean, that just can't have aged very well.
Well, guys, guess what Brian's picking at the end of this?
I'm not gonna lie, and this is not a joke. PCU is on my list of flyover movies. That's why I thought of it so quickly when you were talking about it. Like, I knew exactly what because it's been on my list for a while, but it is not the one I'm picking today.
Thank God, because after the Pest, it felt like a torture to watch. All right, so segue. This movie was horrible. We're gonna get into it a little bit, but I wanted to ask the guys, what movie would you use to torture your fellow co-hosts? So Brian, you lead us off. Who did you pick?
Yeah, I got Joe. You gave me Joe.
So yeah, part of this. Yusuf didn't. He didn't elaborate. Part of this question was we were picking for someone else.
A specific co-host. We each got assigned one of the other.
Joe. I said
co-host. And I got Joe, and that changed my whole trajectory because Joe loves the type of movies that I consider terrible. So like anything that I think is bad, he would probably sit for no sweat. He'd probably enjoy it. So I had to like rearrange my whole brain, and I went back through, and then I thought of the perfect one. Because there's a set of really good movies that Joe couldn't get into, but then there's like the same type of movies but way worse, and that's the Hobbit trilogy. You can just watch the Hobbit trilogy, the less good version of movies he already didn't care about, and just like more crappy CGI, more unnecessary characters, more singing. Joe, there's so much singing. Why do they sing songs?
Brian,
how much there's so much singing?
How much plotting is there?
So much, man.
Oh, dude, but there's like a dinner scene. It was very good. They start singing, but
and they
There's
throw
a dinner
plates.
scene that's very good.
Yeah. And then Frodo and Bilbo the whole time's like, no, like for like an hour and a half.
Why haven't you told me The Hobbit is just a better version of My Dinner with Andre then?
Is that the one with the seal?
That's exactly how.
Andre with the seal is a good movie.
It's a great fucking movie, dude. It's got the girl from Waterworld in it.
Oh man, that is a good pick, Brian, because you're absolutely right. If you were like, hey, so I have an assignment for you. You can't leave the weekend. You have to watch all the Hobbits and then watch them again. How many times can one man masturbate?
Dude, have you ever seen a fucking dragon, man? That shit is so tight. Weed is tight.
Weed is tight. So Brian, you picked for Joe, and I believe I put Joe to pick for Brian. Joe, what is your comeback? Where's your comeback?
Oh man, I picked for you.
Oh, TJ. Sorry, I want to hear.
I picked for Brian.
Yeah. What is your comeback?
Fun one. Because I know exactly the movie I'd pick because
all TJ's movies that he's already picked.
Brian's expressed his hate for this movie over the 61 episodes we've done. I picked this specifically because I'm not sure, but I think he said Harrison was a fan of this, so he had to watch a couple times. But I'm talking about you're watching this 24/7, eyelids pulled open. You're getting Fred Savage. You're getting who's the guy who does No Deal?
Howie Mandel. You're talking about
Howie
Little Monsters, aren't you?
You're watching Little Monsters.
That's a good pick. I fucking hate that shit.
This is diving into TJ's brain and then just being like, I get every reason he picks all the movies he does. This is it. You have to sit there and watch. You sit there and go through all the awful kid fucking jokes. Fred Savage's
absorb it.
Snarky fucking comments every fucking 30 seconds. I can't wait for this, man. This is like driving wooden shavings up your fingernails.
I think I legit think Brian would break.
Yeah,
I
think he would too. This is like water torture.
And Brian would no. I actually think Brian would eventually go. The costume designers. This is not bad, actually. That's Chuck Schultz playing Monster Number.
I'd get into the makeup of all the monster makeup effects.
Like Monster Number 4 actually was a cast member on Cheers briefly, but no one knows about him, and he was great.
How many hours can you sit through the ending where Howie Mandel and Fred Savage bang elbows, bang heads, and fucking Road to Nowhere just starts and plays over and over and over again? The glitter falls down. They're I don't know, man.
I don't remember this movie.
I feel like it would torture the I love that movie. This is a movie I fall all the time.
Do you want to torture me now, or should I torture TJ?
Oh shit.
Why don't you torture TJ? Just because.
All right. So TJ, I immediately thought, any Nolan movie.
Nolan.
But TJ is a fan of so I want to look for what is the exact opposite of the Pest, something that he loves versus like to the exact opposite. And I landed on The Russian Ark, which is an experimental Russian historical drama that all takes in one shot. It's 134 minutes of a guy walking through a museum. And every time he goes into a room, he encounters a Russian historical figure. And he has an engagement with that Russian figure. So it's literally 134 minutes.
Sounds brutal.
Of Russian history in one take. In a
continuous. Is this like Night at the Museum? Like, is this like Ben Stiller and Robin Williams? It's like,
yes, this is the Night in the Museum.
Russian Night in the Museum. Got it.
The peak of cinema.
I have a question. Am I allowed to smoke?
No, man. This is just like you said.
You can smoke a cigarette like you're watching an experimental art film.
Is this like you have to pour out
sit in a black and white room?
Black and white room.
You still
hater
is this
like Pineapple Express? Just like
is this like
fuck you?
Is this like Schenectady, New York? Like that level of like artsy fartsy?
I mean, it's pretty impressive in the sense that they actually filmed in the real museum, and they gave them a day. They were said, "Oh, you want to tape here? You have a day." So they rehearsed for like 2 months, and they taped it in one shot, all the movie.
Well,
that's kind of cool.
Let me put this out plainly for you. So like in Saw, in the first one, they're like, "Hey, saw your foot off. If you want to fucking get out of here," and he does it. In the second one where she falls into like a bed of hypodermic needles.
Yeah.
Give me both.
That's
That's it. Give me both before I can do this fucking bullshit. If this is, I kind of want you to pick Brazil, so I'm be like, God damn it again, and like, because it makes sense. But like, give me both.
Yeah. Now you're going to the Russian Heart, baby. You're gonna learn about Peter the Great and the other bitch, the Great, and Stalin, all of them.
The other bitch, Great. I love it. We're definitely not a feminist podcast, guys.
What's this movie called? What was this movie called again?
The Russian Ark.
Yeah. Opposite of WAP.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. So
who's getting tortured next?
All right. Yusuf is going to get tortured. And I thought about this because I feel like Yusuf's, you watch everything. I think it's really hard because we trap you in some bad movies a lot. And it was, kind of be honest, was hard not to just give anyone a gnome named Norm.
Yeah.
Which I truly think about sometimes, and like that's the worst fucking
How
thing.
Did Stan Winston only direct 2 movies, and one of them is the masterpiece that is Pumpkinhead, and then one of them is a gnome named Norm.
So
truthful, hurtful though.
So yeah, buddy, I didn't pick it. I picked something truly. I thought, what is worse? And I think anyone is if you have to watch on repeat anything that's not Jamie Kennedy and Scream. So I give you Son of the Mask.
Oh, yes.
And this not only features Jamie Kennedy at his absolute worst,
at his apex.
It features Alan Cummings
Kennedy
doing something that I don't even think Alan Cummings knows what he's doing.
No.
You are forced to watch this CGI, non-funny mess of Ally McBeal style dancing baby.
Yeah, fuck! It is that level of CGI.
And yeah, I don't know. I was just like, that has to be torture. And in like all these scenarios, this is like your eyes peeled open, Clockwork Orange style.
Clockwork Orange, man. Somebody just dropping glue.
And you're just like, I think by like the 4th watch, you'll be like, oh, that was a funny bit. Yeah. And then you'll just go through a cycle, and then eventually you might just die.
It'll probably be like the Joker serum, where everyone just starts laughing and going maniacal.
and to refresh anyone's memory about Son of Mask is Jamie Kennedy impregnates his wife the night he's wearing the mask, and
yes, he calls the mask baby.
And Zeus is then up. I believe Zeus is very upset that now the son of the gods.
It's supposed to be Loki, like the mischief.
Yeah, Loki's there. Anyway, I don't really know the plot too much, but it's a fucking mess.
I love Thor 2. Thor 2's great.
Honestly, it might be worth a watch.
I mean, will it be even worse than the fucking Pest?
Can you not, dude?
Mask is.
I mean, I'm trying to segue into your fucking
segue.
Oh, yeah.
So
we could do that.
The Pest.
Fucking hell, man.
Barbecue, beer, and freedom. Joe, shut up. All right, we're moving forward. We're gonna talk about a movie I made these guys watch. I thought it was gonna be a fun fucking pick. Kind of upset at myself for wasting episode 61 on this fucking movie that I enjoyed when I was 13 years old. John Leguizamo's The Pest. I don't know if this is his first leading movie he's ever done. You guys can
I didn't even do anything research. Sorry.
I think this was like his big. I remember because like my history with this movie is I remember seeing the trailer. I was probably like, it came out in 97, so I'm like 15 or 16. I remember seeing the trailer and being like, that is the worst thing I have ever seen. Like, I cannot. And I have spent 20 years avoiding this movie because of that.
Yep. Let me give you a little rundown of the plot. Basically, a scammer, a con artist named Pistario something. I forget his fucking last name. Yep. What he said is basically just con artist, and there's a hunter going around playing like a fake version of like the most dangerous game, where he's hunted all of.
Remember when we watched Surviving the Game? That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, this is a there you go. Shittier Surviving the Game. God,
parallels. There you go. That was good. Yeah. But that movie was so much fucking better. So basically, a hunter played by a pedophile, which I don't fucking understand why I keep picking these movies with him in it. Ferris Bueller's my next pick.
Big fan.
TJ had strong ginger connection to Jeffrey Jones in his life, and he's having a hard time breaking free of that.
This is bullshit. He plays a German hunter who has hunted everything in the world and wants to hunt every race of human also at the same time.
Sure.
I guess. Guys, let's go. The best.
Well, my thing was I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, man, it's taking kind of a long time for John Leguizamo to come into this movie. And then you guys kept talking about Jeffrey Jones, and I didn't see him, and I only saw Paul Sorvino. And then I remembered I'm watching Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet. What? I didn't watch The Pest, you guys.
I fucking hate you.
I said I spent 20 years avoiding this movie, and as soon as it didn't work, we were trying to do the Google Play rental thing, and I couldn't make it work. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm just not doing this.
Wait, so you didn't watch the movie?
No, and I'm sorry, TJ. You can choose to take a pass on one of my movies in the future. You've earned a mulligan on this one. You can.
This is the first time in Flyover history where somebody.
You know what?
I couldn't
admits to not watching the movie.
I was saying, admit it. I've definitely skipped the movie and just nodded my way through the caulk at the end.
Okay, I can say fairly. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. I'm very upset at myself for picking.
So do you think that John Leguizamo brings all the props into the bathroom for the bed, or are the props are in the bathroom?
If I'm being fair,
some nice Dracula teeth.
Yeah, if I'm being fair, I'm pretty sure that was my favorite part watching this movie growing up, was his whole Ace Ventura like beginning scene where he just does all these different characters. He's a UPS man. He does his thing. Well, he does the whole duck thing too. Yeah.
Does Jeffrey Jones do a weird German accent in this movie?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, awesome. It's fucking bad, dude.
I remember I had a friend who was obsessed with The Pest, and that's my memory of watching it. So I remember that intro scene because I remember being very young, but also being like, I don't get it. Yeah. Can we watch Austin Powers? Generally, like that being the level of like, is this funny? Okay, like it's flashy.
I saw this movie as a kid, and I didn't remember this movie at all, like nothing. And the bathroom scene happened, and the shit show happened afterwards. And as soon as they put the black stuff on his face,
the Aztec shit,
I was like, "Fuck! I've seen this movie before." Like everything clicked.
He does do a form of blackface in this movie. That's not bad.
My father, he locks me in the room with a snake, and I love the snake. It's just like, come on.
But did you hear the snake's name?
What was it?
Cocteau.
Cocteau. Named after
my favorite two body parts.
There's like weird, stupid shit like that, like Ari Spears. If you thought he was funny in Mad TV, shows up for a minute. The kid from Can't Hardly Wait shows up.
That's where he's fucking from.
Yes, and they're the smallest roles. No one makes any sense in this film. Like,
no,
this movie is the equivalent of we gave John Leguizamo a budget. He wrote a movie, and we just need scenes to fill a runtime.
Did he write this? Is this based on like his stand-up or something?
Him and his buddy. There's two people wrote it.
No, there was
the story of it.
Yeah,
because before this,
he also wrote the song. The song he also wrote it with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
Because before this, he was in Super Mario Bros. I'm just naming notable things: Super Mario Bros. Carlito's Way, Tu Wong Fu. which he's great in. The Fan, a Flyover Classic, and Romeo and Juliet.
Dude, Romeo and Juliet bangs. We should have done the
Romeo. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should have done Baz Luhrmann's.
We should have done.
It's good.
Right.
It's really good.
We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it.
So, but I want to
do the. I want to do the first thing. I want to do the first thing I've ever done. I'm sorry. I am truly and honestly.
TJ's made us watch some truly horrific trash, but this is the
first
time
I honestly don't think he should. I don't think
apologize.
I'll stand. I don't think he should apologize for this one.
I would rather watch for all of them, but at least I'm gonna get this one.
It's Norm, man. It's Norm. That's your apology. I'll take it.
No.
Because this, at least,
I don't know, man. I watched Norm.
I truly think Norm is a good movie still, and that's in my heart. This movie. Halfway through, I go, I'm so upset with myself.
Dude, and it's so goddamn long. It's 120 minutes.
It feels so long.
It's an hour and 20 minutes.
Sorry, it's 88 minutes. 84 minutes.
It's insanely long.
And it feels like it took me the entire... And I wanted to watch a movie afterwards. I had texted Joe that I was going to watch... And I didn't watch anything. I was like, I don't want to watch anything after this. I'm burned.
Guys, I had fun.
No, fuck that.
I mean,
also, I think Jeffrey Jones not only is he a pedophile, also he got busted in 2002, and from 2003 onwards he was working in Deadwood, so he wasn't canceled.
No, he didn't get
just
canceled.
saying.
He paid a fine. And that's it.
It's like, oh yeah, but go ahead, keep working and keep making millions. Thousands probably. He's not that. And he's also huge in this movie, right?
Very big guy.
John Leguizamo is very tiny next to him. Like, he's fucking
amazing. All right, I have one compliment of this. Can I give one compliment of this movie?
Sure.
John Leguizamo's wardrobe
is tight. His shoes are tight.
Like, literally, his shirts are tight, you mean?
No, he just his tracksuits. I'm on board with that mid-90s Miami style.
So, Jeffrey Jones is racist. I'm just going to say that.
Everyone in this movie is racist.
Oh, no, 100%. But
this movie looked very racist just from the trailer.
Dude, no, it's crazy. Joe's going to run out. Joe's going to say all of John Leguizamo's racist shit, but I'm going to leave it to you, Joe. But, asking for just one Latino is very fucking racist because I'm not Latino. I'm Caribbean. I'm technically from the Caribbean, and Central America technically aren't Latinos. Spain are not Latinos, so he needs a lot of more heads than just Spanish-speaking people. It's just this is a fun note.
Here's a question.
Right,
I have a serious question.
Next thing you're going to tell me that everybody from the countries of Korea, China, Japan, Vietnam, and the Philippines, you're telling me those are all different people?
All right, so
wait. The guy. So you watched this movie?
No,
I know you.
They're
you
the same. What?
You watched this movie, right?
Yeah, I fucking did. Yeah.
So in the beginning they picked somebody else before John Leguizamo. There was a mix.
Yes, he has a Puerto Rican flag.
That guy looks white. That guy looks white as shit.
All right. I have it on my notes. I called it. TJ loses 2 points. I said, whoever says that Puerto Rican looks white is racist. Because
I'm cutting this whole part out.
I have it on my notes. I'll send it to you if you want to. If you go to Puerto Rico, you're gonna find blonde with blue eyes, and you're gonna find an African, and all of them are Puerto Rican. It's a hodgepodge over there.
He had red hair.
Yeah, we have redheads too, like Canelo.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're racist. Joe, go ahead and tell us how racist.
So I would like to run through some of these racist things to my Puerto Rican friend TJ. So I can't give them all because there's just so many. But so many. So you start off that fun shower scene. He's already doing Mickey Rooney. Asian. There's a lot of Asian, not just voices, but like buck teeth and glasses bits.
The wig.
God, there's a whole
1997. to. This is not
there's
like
a whole scene where
a movie from the 40s.
he consistently talks to his black girlfriend's parents about like African tribes, but also
he wears the thing.
He wears a dashiki, but he's also like in an afro.
Yeah, he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat.
He
kneels with Nancy Pelosi.
He's so embarrassed. He speaks in Ebonics, but he also says some other things. I even feel like there's a welfare joke in there.
Yeah. I feel like there's a edited scene where he just drops the N-word. And everybody's like, what?
They absolutely did. The heads on the wall all aggressively show different races, like just.
All right, so that's the ratings.
No. So
no. There's more to say. Come on.
So then you think there's gonna be one moment. Do you think there's gonna be one moment where like they get the redemption because there's these white guys in front of like a bougie club that pull up in a car and they start dropping like Hispanic jokes to the jokes to the car of John Leguizamo and his buddies who are black. What's John Leguizamo? I don't want to.
He's a mix.
Sorry, Latin, and then the other guy.
It's a dirty Latin.
And they're like,
white guy, make sure you call him a mix. They're
like,
let TJ get that on record.
They're like,
I'm not saying a fucking thing.
All right, and I'm going for this. They're like, you could go through you're gonna get through like the bell door for like, they're just making racist fucking jokes, and then the only rebuttal to those fucking guys is they destroy their car with music and do a Beavis and Butthead impression because that's all white people.
Yeah, this movie is bad.
I want to give one shout out to a good John Leguizamo thing. Is anyone should watch John Leguizamo's special he had on HBO called
John
Leguizamo's Latin History for Morons. It's really good.
It's very good.
Yes. Anyway.
Do you think he rolled over this character into the Spawn one? This is very sane.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was the clown in Spawn.
No,
he's trying some things.
Well, I think if you look at the landscape of like this movie and what he's doing, they're just like very over the top bad sketch impressions. So no one's pointing a finger calling it's racist at any time you do it.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, and I'm sure the argument at the time was like, oh, well, like, John Leguizamo's not white, so it's okay, and none of it's okay.
We just talked about this a little bit in the checks. We were talking about some comedian, and it's like, I see it all the time, and it's like, I see these same hacky jokes that, like, white dudes were making about, like, Indian people in the 80s, but now because it's a girl and she's Indian and she's saying my dad instead of the guy down the, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, but the jokes are exactly the same. It's the same hacky ass shit you've been hearing for 30 years. My dad worked at a convenience store and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, but you said my dad in front of it, so it's not bad and racist anymore. It just seems like it's still all stereotypy and shit. It doesn't, like, the joke is still the same. It's coming from a different person. It's
just lazy writing.
So that's where I think this is. At the end of the day, this movie to me was like I understand why the probably 7-year-old that loved it, not me, but my friend who was like a family friend. He was Hispanic. I feel
Tell
like
us more about. I need more detail about your relationship with this kid.
You're such a fucking racist. So he's Hispanic. He has to like this fucking movie.
No, he didn't have representation, Yusuf. This is all he had.
Fucking loved it.
The kid watched this and La Bamba like back to back on a loop. That was it. That's all he had.
Selena.
Okay.
It's Selena. That's it.
All right, man. My point being is he loved it. And no one else I knew fucking loved it, so connect the dots.
I didn't like this fucking movie.
I knew one Hispanic person, and he liked the Pest.
Joe picked the Pest. It's a great pick, Joe. I think that was a great movie pick for you.
Let's go into the ratings, man.
All right, Joe, you jump in.
Okay.
Coming in the highest on this one, right? I mean,
I'll give this a 2.3 Trank Darts.
Whoa. I feel like this is your Brazil, Joe, TJ. Like, nobody wanted to talk about this movie.
I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, but see, you want to talk about Brazil. I don't even want to talk about this movie. We should have been done 10 minutes ago, but Joe talked about his fucking friend for an hour and a half. So, fucking, what do you want me to do?
Guys, I just
So basically, this kid, his dad worked with my dad, and sometimes we would summer together, and I'd see him down at the pool. And
he's Hispanic. I love you, Joe. I love you.
TJ, what did you give this movie?
Me?
I didn't pick the fucking Pest, guys. I'm smarter than that.
This is gonna be my lowest rated
film. That was funny.
I'm sitting at like 2.1 John Leguizamo shitting in a fucking.
I think this is the lowest rating one. Yeah. This is by far the lowest. Brian's gonna give it a 0 because.
I feel like I'm obligated to give it a 0 because I refuse to watch it for my own self-care. It's pretty bad.
I can't believe you picked the worst one. Maybe it was ignorance. Maybe all of us should have not watched A Norm Named Norm. Yeah. But we did and we rated it. But this one is by far your worst. 2 pedophiles out of 8.
Can I ask a favor? Because I respectfully have said this movie fucking sucks. I'm sorry for doing this, but for future, everyone make your jokes fucking now. There's Brack coming out soon.
Someday.
Someday.
Can we leave this out for the future?
When we do,
can we make a fair?
Well, I was gonna say it wouldn't even be competitive if you leave the Pest in. Obviously, the Pest is gonna win the next one.
The Pest would be number 1, 100%.
I don't want to. I don't want that to happen again. Okay, tease. So I'm gonna respectfully ask for you guys to ixnay this one for a future bracket, if that's something we could do.
If you mean best movies we've ever watched, absolutely we'll rewatch.
Yeah, we can eliminate it instantly if you want to. Yeah.
So
it's Brian. What did you make us watch?
It's my turn. I do have, I always have some things percolating, and I sometimes like to play a game, but I'll tell you what, me and my wife, Borat's back. It's topical again. We were watching. Occasionally I like to intersperse a Netflix movie here and there with my other watching, and I came across a little movie that I don't know. I need you guys to watch it. I need you to experience it. I need to talk about it with people. The movie is called Time Trap. It's on Netflix, so you'll all be able to find it. No problem.
More great view-getting films.
It's a. You're going to feel like you're watching a very bad movie, but I want you to stick with it. I want you to hang with this one for me. I know I didn't give The Pest the same respect, but I think I was justified there. This one, I'm telling you.
That movie sucks, Brian. That movie sucks.
Oh, no, that's a great...
Fuck you. God damn it, man.
Time Trap.
No. There's something... No, these TJ and Joe need to see it. And Yusef, we're used to you not liking anything, so that's fine. Give it a rewatch. Respect it.
All right, guys. So
where can the people fucking find you, I guess?
Now I'm actually kind of more glad. I was worried. At first I was excited that I thought nobody had seen it, but now that I know that Yusef doesn't like it, I'm even happier.
It's so boring, and it's so badly
it's not boring. It's fucking weird.
Oh, stupid movie.
Well,
they took a guy from like a convenience store and dressed him as a caveman. It's
right,
fuck
guys,
you.
I googled this movie and it features the classic girl in white tank top in distress. So
that's right. So it's good.
Where can the people find you? Where can the people find you, Joe?
You can find me at Chendanger1, being a happy boy now because the Mets have billions of dollars.
Shut up,
TJ.
You can find me at TJ Dex on Twitter. We got some episodes coming out. Check out our Halloween special. We got the bracket coming out. We got a flyover coming out, and then we have another flyover filming between Joe and Yusef that being very quiet about. Is that the two?
Secretive.
Yeah, it's a secret one. Guess what?
That's gonna be a game changer. That's gonna be when we become millionaires.
Yeah, a little hints. This person could have starred in The Pest.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's all.
Brian.
Channing Tatum.
You can find me at Hercules, finally recommending a movie that Yusef hates as much as I hated Climax.
Bye.
I love movies. Bye.
Bye.